Today was day 548 overhead press every day. That makes an exact year and a half that I've run overhead press every day, done it every single day. No misses. As I reflect on this, at the start, it was barbell almost exclusively. And now, at this point, it's mostly kettlebell. And mentally, I'm a little sick of overhead pressing and kind of want to use some implements other than just the kettlebell. I'll be rotating in some barbell lifting again, and in a matter of days, I'm going to be doing sandbag training after about a decade of not using a sandbag. Some things I've learned from this: if you're someone who doesn't have their shoulders grow easily, you can't be fooling around with lateral raises. You can't be fooling around letting shoulders be carried by chest work, arm work. You need overhead pressing. Bringing your overhead press up, your strict barbell military press, get it to a level of where you can do 225 or more for a 1 rep, 185 or more for a 10 rep. That's a game changer level of strength for the shoulders, and you will have good size at that level. Military pressing 225 or more and 185 pounds for 10 reps or better is a game changer level for shoulder development. But when you're someone like me, whose chest develops very easily, whose arms are relatively medium-sized, and your shoulders lag very far behind the two, you need the frequency of overhead pressing. Strict pressing very often. Doesn't have to be daily, but it needs to be included very regularly. That is game changer for shoulder development. In this time frame, I've also grown a lot of upper back thickness and muscle separation. So my shoulders and upper back have responded very, very well to overhead press every day. And in my own eyes, I've not done this as hard as I could have. If I had wanted to have got more results, gotten even bigger and stronger than I am, I would have done barbell more regularly. Partially, it was my interest changed towards kettlebell. About a year ago, when I found that I was getting very good at bottoms up pressing, that became pet lift for a while. Currently, it's in the tank, but that's okay. Lifts go up and down to a degree. It's that trending baseline going up that you need to care about. For sheer shoulder strength, you want to be using the barbell military press. Double bell pressing, whether that's kettlebell or dumbbell, and the Z press is also a great option. The Z press, however, you kind of need a Smith machine. Doing it with a barbell without a rack is weird. Doing it with one heavy kettlebell is actually a pretty good option. For more shoulder hypertrophy, the seesaw press is as good as it gets. There's an anecdote, and correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on this. I believe it's a story of John Grimek, that he worked in a munitions factory during World War II and took 2 empty bombshells that weighed 100 or 110 pounds apiece and did 10 to 15 reps of seesaw press. If you seesaw press and bring it to that level of 100 pounds a hand, 110 pounds a hand, and get to around the 12 rep max a side, that's going to be the greatest developer of shoulders. Not lateral raises, not military press, though that's a great choice. Got some questions about this experience? Leave them in the comments. I'll answer them. Persistence, tenacity. See you guys tomorrow.